So if you pay off a collection account or an account that went to collections, will it increase your credit or will it make your credit better? That's a really good question. Let's dig into the details in today's training. Hey everyone, it's Mike Adams, and on this channel we empower individuals to achieve freedom through improved financial literacy. If you're new to the channel, make sure to click subscribe and click the bell so that way you get notified on any and all of our future trainings. So in this video today, guys, we're going to be answering the question of, and this is, for those of you that have had this happen, and again, this is a bummer, we never want this to happen, but if you had an account go to collections and you pay it off, does that actually increase or benefit or better your credit score if you actually pay off a collection account? And that's a really good question. And the answer is it really depends. It depends on a couple of factors. Number one, who is scoring your credit report? Okay, because one thing is with Vantage, and we have another video on this channel where we talk about the difference between a FICO score and a Vantage score. And with Vantage, when it comes to a paid collection account, they ignore it, right? So once that, if a collection account is on there, obviously that's pretty bad. But once it's paid, they now ignore paid collections. So if somebody's pulling your Vantage score and you paid off a collection account, that will reflect well, because it will no longer show on that Vantage score. Now, when it comes to FICO, okay, even though you've paid off that account, it's still going to reflect as negative on your FICO score. And now, so you might be thinking, well, why is that? Why would Vantage ignore it? And why would the FICO scoring model still count it against me? I paid this thing off. Now, bear in mind, okay, 90% of all credit decisions are made based on the FICO scoring model, where they do count, even if you paid off a collection account, it's still gonna sit on your credit report for 7 years. And on FICO, with a FICO scoring model, it will negatively impact your credit for the full 7 years that it is on your report. Whether it is unpaid or whether it is paid, it is still going to register negative for 7 years on your FICO. Now again, on Vantage, if it's an unpaid collection, well, it's gonna sit there, it's gonna be on there for 7 years. But again, if you pay it off and someone pulls your Vantage score, that collection account is no longer going to show. So again, if you're wondering why is it like that, and why do most lenders use the FICO model, well, think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of the lender. If you were lending somebody money, wouldn't you want to know if they had an account go to collections? Let's say they borrowed money from a similar business a couple of years ago, and they were supposed to pay that money back within a year, but instead it actually took them 5 years to pay it back. You actually had to, let's say, pursue them legally, to get them to pay you, right? Sending it to a collection agency, whatever the case may be. From the lender perspective, on their end, they want to know that, right? And if you were lending somebody the money, you would want to know that as well. Versus on a Vantage report where it's like, okay, well, they had this account and now it's just paid. That doesn't completely tell the whole picture. And when it comes to the big banks, obviously they want to know exactly what's going on. They want to have all the details. They want to have the full picture before they extend you, certainly a mortgage or any type of large line of credit. So they definitely want that kind of stuff factored in there. And that's why, again, 90% of all credit decisions are made using the FICO model. So, again, so that's your answer. Is it still going to affect your credit? If you pay off that collection account, is it going to increase your credit score? On FICO, no. It's still going to, if an account went past 90 days late, it is going to stay on there for 7 years and affect you negatively. And so if you do pay off a collection account and you are attempting to go out there and get credit, find out in advance, if possible, do they pull your FICO or your Vantage score, right? Do they use FICO or Vantage to score their credit reports? And if they say, well, we pull a Vantage score, well, if you paid off that collection account, you will probably register a higher score because that paid off a collection account will be ignored in the Vantage model. So hopefully you guys found value in this training. If you did, make sure to give it a comment, give it a like below. I will see you in the next video.